Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. It was a night that shimmered with power, legacy, and a voice that has defined generations. When Beyoncé stepped onto the stage to begin her Cowboy Carter tour, nobody was prepared for the intensity, the tribute, the heartbreak, and the emotional elevation that unfolded in front of thousands. The lights dimmed, a hush fell over the massive stadium. Then, like a whisper growing into a storm, the opening chords of American Requiem soared through the air. This wasn't just a concert. This was Beyoncé, rewriting the rules once again. And as the first notes echoed across the crowd, a wave of raw emotion swept through everyone who had come to witness this historic moment. Beyoncé wasn't just performing, she was reclaiming, honoring, and transcending. American Requiem is more than just a song. It is an anthem, a reckoning, a mirror held up to the legacy of American music and the people who shaped it, often without acknowledgement. Dressed in a striking fusion of cowboy elegance and futuristic edge, Beyoncé stood tall as the lights revealed her surrounded by a diverse cast of dancers, musicians, and a visual backdrop that felt like a dream dipped in history and fire. It was country music, but it was more. It was storytelling. And Beyoncé was the griot of the moment. The opening night of the Cowboy Carter tour, held at London's massive Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, was more than just the first stop of a global musical journey. It was a message to the world. Beyoncé is not confined by genres. She expands them, explodes them, makes them her own. This tour is a love letter to the black roots of country music, to women who never got the credit they deserved, to the voices that came before, and the future voices Beyoncé is shaping through her influence. American Requiem struck a chord for many reasons. The song has already become a cultural touchstone, controversial to some, beloved by many, but performed live, it transforms. It becomes visceral. You could feel Beyoncé's breath between the verses, the weight in her chest as she sang about a legacy she carries, a responsibility she honors. The crowd didn't just cheer, they stood, hands over hearts, eyes wide, tears falling. For a moment, it felt like everyone in that stadium was breathing as one, but the magic didn't end there. Beyoncé's setlist was masterful. Following the emotional gut punch of American Requiem, she took fans on a journey through Cowboy Carter, blending it seamlessly with reworked classics from her earlier discography. Songs like 16 Carriages, Daughter, and her viral chart topper, Texas Hold'em, brought the crowd to life. Even Jolene, yes, that Jolene, was reimagined with Beyoncé's signature fire and confidence. Dolly Parton herself had given her blessing, and Beyoncé didn't just perform it, she embodied it. It wasn't a cover, it was a confrontation, a celebration, and a warning. Don't mess with Beyoncé's man. And then there were the surprises. Blue. Ivy Carter made an appearance. Graceful, poised, and fiercely talented. She joined Beyoncé on stage, briefly, mirroring her mother's moves, and receiving the kind of roaring ovation that could only come from thousands who have watched her grow up before their eyes. But what really struck a chord was when little Rumi appeared on the big screen in a pre-recorded segment, a gentle reminder that Beyoncé's legacy isn't just behind her, it's growing in front of her. The production value of the show was nothing short of cinematic. Giant horses, projected on LED screens, galloped alongside her. Desert landscapes melted into neon highways. Black cowboys and cowgirls danced in stunning choreography, their presence reclaiming a space they've always belonged to. At one point, Beyoncé rode in on a mechanical horse, nodding to her Renaissance visuals, but grounded firmly in her new era. The blend of Western mythology and Afrofuturism was breathtaking. Beyoncé's vocals were in peak form, whether belting out emotional ballads or delivering fast-paced, beat-heavy anthems. Her voice never wavered, and in moments when she let the music breathe, when the crowd sang back to her, it felt like time had slowed. This wasn't just a concert, this was history. Now let's talk about the tour's deeper meaning. Cowboy Carter isn't just Beyoncé's foray into country music. It's a reclamation, a rewriting, a bold middle finger to the gatekeepers who once questioned her right to perform in this space. She addressed the backlash with grace, using the music to speak louder than any interview could. In Ameriican Requiem, she challenges narratives. She doesn't ask for a seat at the table. She builds her own table, her own soundscape, her own canon, and she invites everyone in, but only if they're ready to listen. Fans were moved to tears throughout the night. Social media exploded, with clips of the opening number, the poignant visuals, and the powerful lyrics that resonated with generations. Tweets like, "I've never cried at a concert until tonight," and "Beyoncé just baptized country music in her own fire," went viral within minutes. But perhaps most powerful was a quiet moment near the end of the show. Beyoncé paused, looked out at the crowd, and whispered, "This is our music too." A simple sentence, but it carried the weight of centuries. It was a message to every Black artist who was erased, every young girl who was told her voice didn't belong in certain genres, every fan who ever felt like an outsider in their own culture. As the show concluded with fireworks and a reprise of Ameriican Requiem, the crowd stood in stunned silence before erupting in applause that seemed to go on forever. Beyoncé didn't just perform that night, she made history, and everyone who was there knew they'd witnessed something once in a lifetime. From London to the world, Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour isn't just about music. It's about legacy. It's about revolution. And most of all, it's about reminding that no matter how far you go, no matter how many boundaries you break, your roots will always carry you home. Stay with us on Daily Gossip for more deep dives, emotional recaps, and insider updates from the world of entertainment. Subscribe, and don't forget to share your thoughts below. What's your favorite track from Cowboy Carter? Did Ameriican Requiem move you the way it moved us?